Just listen for 5 minutes. You'll feel better. More with Lars Larson right now.
Welcome back to the Lars Larson Show. It's a Tuesday. It's my pleasure to be with you, and I'm glad to get to your phone calls and emails in a moment. If I have to admit every dog in the fight I have, and I've always made that a rule, I guess I have a dog in the fight on this. I don't have any stock in natural gas, but I certainly pay the natural gas company plenty for heating my house, for providing hot water, things like that. So I like natural gas. I've always been a fan. America has an immense amount of natural gas. And, of course, the Biden administration was trying to make sure that we couldn't use any of it or used as little as possible. But now we're seeing an LNG boom. That's liquefied natural gas, the kind you can put on a ship and export to other parts on the planet and make a lot of money for the United States and for investors and the U.S. Treasury and everything else. So Jay Young joins me now, who's founder and CEO of King Operating Corporation and the author of The Upside of Oil and Gas Investing. Jay, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate you having me on today.
So with this big boom in natural gas, is this going to be a good deal for America's economy? Because I've always portrayed it that way to my audience, but if I'm wrong about that, I want to know. If we drill for more natural gas, if we pipe it down to places, terminals where it can be turned into LNG, and then loaded on ships, which I'd like to see built here, although I have a feeling they'll be built in South Korea, and then sell it to places like Western Europe so they can buy gas from us instead of buying it from Putin. That sounds like a good deal all the way around. Am I off base?
Yeah, I'm with you on this. I like the idea because, we have been drilling for oil and gas, or actually natural gas, in Texas and Haynesville, which is in Louisiana. We've done a lot of big drilling and deep drilling in other parts, and we are producing a tremendous amount of natural gas. It's an easier product to drill and produce than just regular oil. So it's really good, and people really like to drill for it. And I've got some friends that just drill for natural gas only because of that fact. But when we were drilling so much of it a few years ago, or for the last 2 or 3 years, we've drilled so much that our supply has overcome our demand. So prices have come down considerably in the United States for that, and that's not good for people like us to go out and drill for oil and gas. So what's happened is, yes, we're opening up the ports. Natural gas is going to be exported in LNG to countries such as China that's paying we're getting $2.50. They're paying $10, $12 overseas.
Well,
yeah,
$10
crazy.
A unit, or that's a million
absolutely.
Units, right? Yeah,
1,000 cubic feet of gas, per 1,000. But anyway, but they are, and so that's good for us because we need more places, and not that we want to drive the price up, but we want the price to be up there enough for us to continue to drill, because it's kind of like a landman with Billy Bob Thornton. I don't know if you watched the show or not.
Oh, yeah.
But he said, well, the best oil price is 78, because it's not too high, it's not too low. It's the same thing with natural gas. I mean, we need natural gas prices to be $3, $2.75 to $3.25, $3.50. That's a good price for us because we can make money by spending a $10 million, $12 million well. It's good for us, and it's not too bad for the consumer. But if we don't drill for oil and gas or for natural gas in the United States, the price will go sky high. That's not good either.
Nope. And so
what
is the way we get those export markets that'll make sure that demand doesn't go, the supply does not eclipse demand too much? Do we need more ships or more ports or a little bit of both? And can we get the customers, if we go to folks like Germany and say, or Japan, and say, we can get it for you. You don't have to buy it from those other thugs, and you can buy it from us. Then are we going to have a tough time selling it to the rest of the world? Because it sounds like we got a ready market out there of people who'd like to get away from buying it from places like Russia.
Exactly, and that's what a lot of us have been, hoping for. Or we're like, it's a no-brainer to invest in projects such as natural gas right now, because we feel like the markets will open up. And if they do, that opens up our supply, which means that, oh, great, well, we've got a lot of supply here. Let's take it overseas and let's sell it for $2.53, $4, which is great for us. And that's why we felt like the prices will go up in the future. but I don't think they're going to go so crazy that it's going to be. I mean, we've seen natural gas prices at $9, $10, $12 a thousand here. I got friends that have gone bankrupt because they bought natural gas deals at $12, and they put a lot of debt on it, and the price went back down to $2 or $3. So natural gas it's a commodity, obviously, supply and demand, but it's also fluctuated a lot in the market. So right now we're seeing a good bottom.
Hey, Jay, I want to arm my audience with one thing, because I get people all the time, even conservatives, who say, oh, no, we're going to sell all our natural gas and we will have none. At our current use, does anybody have an idea, given proven reserves and expected finds that we're going to have? We've got a couple of 100 years worth of this stuff, don't we?
We do. And there's been some really big finds here in the United States that we are now drilling for. As a matter of fact, there's a big pipeline that's going to take like 4 Bs of gas out of the Permian Basin. People may not know this, but in the Permian Basin in Midland, we've gone from 1 million barrels a day in oil production to 6 million barrels a day in a relatively short time. And it's only because of now horizontal drilling in the Wolfcamp Shale, SHALE. But there's been also this background gas that comes along with this oil. And if you wanted to sell it, you were having to pay somebody to take it away from you because it was literally worthless.
Unbelievable. Jay, I'm going to have to break away, but that's Jay Young, founder and CEO of King Operating Corporation, author of The Upside of Oil and Gas Investing. And Jay, we're going to have you back on. This is an important issue for America. It's a lot of money for the U.S. Treasury and a lot of money and jobs